Greetings, family. My name is Vicki Dillard for African Diaspora News Channel. Thank you so much for tuning in. As you come in, give us a big thumbs up, and share the broadcast. That way others will know that we're here. And for that, we say thank you so much. The powers that shouldn't be here in the United States have lost their minds. Of course, that's not news. But just to show you another glaring example and how outrageous this is, and I'm so curious about the diaspora in the Caribbean area, what you have to say about the latest report here. Now, according to the Washington Post, it says here, a recent leaked memo from the United States administration outlines concerns about certain Caribbean nations' ability to handle immigration and potential grounds for expanding the travel ban list. Y'all listen. The memo cites issues with inadequate government infrastructure for identity documents, widespread fraud, and a high rates of overstays among citizens of those countries in the United States. It also mentions concerns about citizenship by investment programs and alleged anti-Semitic activity. Y'all know that don't even sound right. However, the memo suggests that these countries could mitigate concerns by accepting third country nationals deported from the U.S. or entering into safe third country agreements, according to the Washington Post. Of course, I said that already about the Washington Post. The memo gives other specifics and focuses and so forth and so on, but it makes it clear that the memo expressed concerns of a citizenship program that allow for the acquisition of citizenship without residency requirements and the potential for mitigation. It says the memo suggests that these countries agree. The memo suggests that if these countries, agree to accept third country nationals deported from the U.S. or enter into safe third country agreements, it could be a factor in reconsidering their inclusion on the travel ban list. Now, family, this is crazy. This is blackmail. This is thuggery. This is ghettoism. So whenever we talk about ghettoism, the last people on your mind ought to be Black folks. This is ghettoism. This is mafia-style madness that's coming from the United States government, and it's a shame. They always expect the Black countries around the world to just accept whatever the heck it is that we're doing. Now that they do all this blustering, all this running their mouths, all this talking, they have to be able to back that up. And they need your cooperation, because they know that there are certain people in the United States that's upset about illegal immigration, which most of us should be. But because America doesn't want to do what's necessary to go through the process to send these folks back, they want Black folks to clean up their dirty mess. They want you to be the garbage can, the broom, the trash, the mop, the mop bucket, the bleach, the pine sol, the soap, the trash liner, the dumpster. Talk Black to me, somebody. And I just think that that's outrageous. I also think that there are some issues there related to the fact that they are concerned and they are trying to really, in a very twisted way, get things stirred up with some of these countries, beloved. Also because some of these very countries are seeking to connect with BRICS nations, even if they may not officially join BRICS. Talk Black to me, somebody. I was reading a memo from the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and Foreign Trade from the government of Jamaica. When you scroll down, it specifically says under the section where it says regional and hemispheric relations, the last paragraph in that section says Jamaica is pursuing closer engagement with the BRICS countries and will also continue to develop closer ties of friendship, cooperation, trade, and investment with countries in Africa and Asia Pacific. We will also promote technical and economic cooperation with the European Union and individual countries in Europe. Now, they did a good job of talking about all the international groups they're connected to, including their responsibilities to CARICOM and other organizations, yes? And then they kind of threw toward the end that they want to build relations with BRICS nations. Now, even though they talked about all the other people around the world that they do business with and who they intend to continue to do business with, the United States pays very little attention to such things. America is having a hissy fit with anybody that's willing to do business with what we call the global South, or what's maybe more appropriate, the global majority, versus the global North, which is mostly America and her white Western nations, except for maybe the Japans of the world. Talk Black to me, somebody. I can't wait to hear what you have to say about it below and some of the consequences of what this means for our brothers and sisters in the Caribbean area. My name is Vicki Dillard, beloved, and I have an upcoming free webinar on Monday. Yes, Monday, July 14th, baby. I'm going to be breaking down the goings on with Iran and Netanyahu's folks. You don't want to miss that. I'm going to be talking about the dark ghost behind what's going on. Your life will never be the same. Go to my website at VickiPlanet.com to register for free. Go to VickiPlanet.com